Okay, this is why Minecraft 1.13, the aquatic update, is the best update. Because, I'm making a world right here, you can see. One of the things is just, graphics. The graphics were well, they weren't better, per se, but I feel like they look, it's almost nice how they don't look so modern, which is pretty cool. It just adds to the environment of the game. And then, also, some of the older textures were genuinely just better, or, more detailed. Things like the old wood texture, for planks, they kind of look more natural, but now they kind of, heightened it. So yeah, that's one thing. And then also, just the environment of the game goes well with its music. C418 had much better music in my opinion, because it really fit what Minecraft is about. It has more of a sense of adventure rather than some of the newer artists kind of recording because they have a job to do. But that's just my opinion. Yeah, the older music is cool because it was made by an artist who, I'm not sure if he played the game or anything, but I feel it just fits the game a lot better. And then also things just glitches in the game, older glitches were really cool because in the game cave noises or features or some old sounds when you're walking. Also, if you find a new biome, that's really cool because I guess there were less things in the game at this time, so it's just really nice. And also, again, just the older music Hagstorm or Moon City or Area Math, they just have a specific Minecrafty vibe to them. And then also the game is a lot more simplicity. There's less things, which honestly makes it more interesting and adds more creativity, because now the game is more about oh, you have to grind to get all this stuff, you have to beat the warden or get all these armor trims or things like that. But during this version, this was before the village update, when all the textures changed. And I feel when the textures changed, that's when it's really started to be modern Minecraft. But I feel the textures were a lot more simpler in this version of the game, because they were they weren't trying to be the best they could be. They were being just a texture for a game, and it ended up working very well. So yeah, simplicity. And now they have things they have new chicken variants, and they're just going back and changing textures, which some things that are just not really necessary that much for people who just want a fun game. And now they just added so many stuff to the point where it's literally hard to keep up. Cave update, tricky trials, and I'm trying to think of more updates, the wild update, which I think had the warden and the frogs. Most of that stuff I don't even interact with in the game, So it doesn't really matter to me, in my opinion, because like it's a cool part that's in the game, but then also some of the things that like adds to Minecraft's charm and simplicity is just how basic and simple it is, and how like you're supposed to like imagine your own things. And then also Mojang, they kind of have some problems, right? Like some of Mojang's problems, like they genuinely do not listen to the community, because like sometimes in mob votes, not that it's rigged or anything, that's just a theory, but like in mob votes, they like add certain stuff. I mean, sometimes they'll go back and add it later, but like even when people are like begging for this thing to be added to the game, they just don't. Which I get, they're like a company, obviously. They're like a multi-million-dollar company, but still. But yeah, the new biomes, they're like just less simple. And then also, they don't listen to the community. Like some people say, like add this thing, or like I hope Minecraft adds an end update, which has been talked about for like a long time, and just has not. And also, I feel like they're too focused on money now, because like some of the design artists, like C418 and some designers at Mojang, they just don't work there anymore after it was bought. Well, it has been bought by Microsoft by the time this has already came out, but it was still kind of like old-ish when this version was out. But now they've just gotten a bit too modern. But yeah, Mojang's problems, like listening to the community and stuff like that, I feel like they're just kind of hungry for money. That's the way to put it. Because like they're too like company now. They're not even really like a game developing company. It's more like a let's see what can make the most money, like type of thing. And also the community at this version was probably the best it was during the aquatic update around 2017. I was really young around that time, but I remember like legit everybody was talking about it. I was in preschool, but I still remember, trust. But yeah, I remember like the Minecraft books are really popular, and just like it was like really simple. It was just a really simple game, except now they've just decided to like see what can make the most money, adding so many features to the point where we can't even really keep up. And it's just gotten kind of like too complicated. But the community was really nice at this time, except I think, this is just a theory though, I think once it started getting too modern, people honestly stopped playing it because they just got tired of all the updates. Because like most of the updates in the last like 5 years have just like changed the entire look of the game. Like the cave update, that's that like completely changed the world generation. The wild update that added so many new animals. The village update, which really wasn't that bad, but like that just really showed like modern Minecraft, like a glimpse into modern Minecraft. So yeah, in its prime, like when most people were talking about it, it was like really popular. And like also I have some memories of the game at this time, because that's when I like started playing. I was an iPad kid. So yeah, on my tablet. But yeah, I remember when I got Minecraft for the first time, like when you get into your first world and you like have no clue what you're doing, but it's still fun because not knowing what you're doing is fun. But then also modern Minecraft, it's a bit more linear. It's like a bit more linear now, because like it's kind of telling you what to do. because like they've added just so many stuff, and it's like you have to do this to complete the Ender Dragon or get to the Nether, which I guess you have to do to beat the game, but it's like just a lot less linear, or more linear is what I meant to say. Like also, not really like nostalgia, but just the graphics and like vibe glitches in music of older versions just really show a lot about the game that like people like that Mojang has changed, because they still have all these music tracks, but it's been a while since I've heard like C418 music, and most of the textures were changed, and they've just added like a lot of stuff, so you can't even really see what many things are in there. But anyways, that's the end of like whatever script I just wrote down. But yeah, I play the aquatic update, and you should too. Now I'm just gonna tell you about the world that I'm building currently. So I'm not sure if I'm gonna match it up perfectly with the screen, but in the video that I'm watching as I'm recording this right now, I'm actually adding glass to my house. Like I've been building a little kind of like mini hut here, like a little shack, just for like a starter base. Like one of the things at this time is also they made things like a lot of hardcore YouTubers or like players who wanted to go like above and beyond really tryhards, because they wanted to do like all this stuff and just like make mega bases. So pretty much like the most difficult base you can make is just like the standard now. But I like older versions because the community was better. It was all about just like playing the game and having fun. Because like they added like not a lot of stuff, like not as much stuff at this time. Like the updates were smaller, except now it's like we added all these different things to the game, and now a bunch of YouTubers, like 13 seconds after the update comes out, they have like mega farms revolving around this thing. And it was just a lot more fun when it was simpler, in my opinion. I think right here in the video I'm adding flowers to the front of my house, just because it's fun. Yeah, just the older Minecraft community was like really nice. And this is actually my first like long form YouTube video using my mic. I just finished building a PC setup, so now I can play Java Edition. And I'm actually happy about that because like I play the modern versions too. I'm not all like 1.13 is the best version and whatever version you play sucks. Just like it's nice to go back and be able to like explore and play some of the older music versions. It's nice to go back and play some of the older versions. Because just when they make it too complicated, it begins to like not even be that much more fun. I think right here in the video, I'm not sure if I'm adding this together. I'm cooking food in my base that I made. And actually, I'll make another video that's either like a let's play or another video like this, why 1.13 was the best version. Because it'll be just like, I feel like I'm going to start making videos like this. I've seen a couple YouTubers similar to like the videos I'm starting to make now. I'm only taking one take of this video, so hopefully it turns out well. I'm probably gonna add music to the background of this too. So you're actually hearing me in the process of making the video. All right. Have a nice day.